Welcome to Guns, Gear, and Guns with Gary Gunderson. I'm Gary Gunderson. Today, we have a newly surplused Carcano M91/24 that I purchased from Bud's Guns. These have just recently hit the surplus market at Bud's Guns and Palmetto State Armory. As of this recording, they are still available at both websites for around $250. I mostly wanted to give any potential shoppers a closer look at least one example from this lot before making a decision. Even so, a word of caution, whenever you buy surplus unseen from a large lot, it is definitely a roll of the dice. And I think I lucked out. This one looks pretty good. Some of the pictures I've seen from others in this lot have had rust, large cracks, and other things that have led to some serious buyer's remorse. This batch of firearms is supposedly police trade-ins from Italy. Anyone following surplus rifles coming into the country may know that a large lot of all kinds of firearms, including Carcanos, was recently brought in from Ethiopia, found on a goat farm. The various conditions of some of the carbines in this lot have led some to speculate that these may not actually be directly from Italian police storage as advertised. This strange rope braided with wire is not something you'd expect to find on a police rifle sling, for example. I mean, it could be the remnants of a homemade sling, or maybe it is from a tag from long-term storage. I just don't know. I would definitely listen to anyone arguing that these haven't been in police storage for the whole time. The timing and condition is a bit suspicious, but I have absolutely zero actual knowledge of this. Onto some details of the rifle itself. The /24 in the M91/24 means this started out its life as a long rifle, an M91, such as this. Here you can see the difference in length between the two. In the interwar period between World Wars I and II, many of the long rifles were cut down to the carbine length. There are two easy ways to identify that it was cut down and not built as a carbine. There is an oval stamp on the receiver here, though this example is very faded. If it were clear, you could read the date that this particular firearm was altered. Here you can see the factory marking of tourney, and the 16 means this rifle was originally manufactured in 1916. You can also see both of these have the same rear sight base, but the cut-down carbine is different to account for the new configuration. The purpose-built carbines have a shorter rear sight base. And speaking of purpose-built carbines, DK Guns has in some of the carbines that were purpose-built for the same price as these cut-down rifles. I was wondering if all of these were perhaps from the same batch, as both Buds and PSA had incorrect information about the firearms on their websites. Carcanos have a 6-round in-block clip. Oh, and all of these models I am talking about are chambered in the 6.5x52 Carcano cartridge. Since DK was the only one listing the correct round count for the clips, I thought it was possible that they were correct in the model and the others were just mislabeled as cut-down rifles. But it appears DK is pulling from a lot of legitimate built carbines, while PSA and Buds are the cut-down rifles. As with any surplus rifle you purchase, I would also recommend taking these fully out of the stock and examining the metal parts before firing, as there may always be some pitting or damage beneath the wood that is unseen. I will likely do a more detailed video about this later on, field stripping and disassembly, but I wanted to get this one out while it was still at least somewhat relevant. Thanks for watching. This is hopefully the first of many videos on this channel. If you have any advice or comments, please leave them below. Please give this video a like or share it to other people if they're looking at buying one of these Carcanos. If you have purchased these firearms, please let me know how yours turned out and what you think of them.